Okay, so here I want to create a new section. The section name I'm going to keep the name as newsletter. Okay, so section class name should be newsletter. Here dot container. Okay, so now if you notice one thing, this is a proper container on the okay, no problem. So we'll keep this way. So here what should I want to do? I want to get this subscribe. So what this h2. So inside I'm just going to put h2 subscribe our newsletter and also the paragraph. So the paragraph takes content and I need this button. So already we created the button. I just going to use this button. Okay. So in here div and button. Okay. So you check once I start coding, you check that if you create it like this way, okay, so that you can understand how to do that. So you tried by yourself, but that's okay. But check whether you did like this way or some other way. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
we have a section and a container. Inside the container, I'm having a h2 paragraph and div with a at that button. Okay. So everything is fine. So I want to make this. I think we're using Bootstrap, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, text center.
Yeah. So I'm just going to give a text center. Okay. So yes, okay, okay, not here. So this one is not aligned. Okay, basically this one is a display flex. Okay, so we shouldn't able to set into this how to say that into the center. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this text center is not gonna work for the display flex. So here I put this inside one div. So I'm going to have a class of text center here. So for this, what I'm going to do, I don't need this div here after anymore. Okay, so I'll just get rid of it. And here I put justify content center. Okay, so that now the button and everything is in center. Okay. And also I want to add a spacing for this section. So now if you see this, this section has some padding bottom and top. So this not okay. So I want to target this one. Going back to my style.css, here we are maintaining all section padding. Here I put the section name so that now we have a section of that one. Okay. So now the second step is what we should want to put this image. Okay. I will just so I'll take this image, only this image. Okay. Not inside this. I don't need this at all. Afterwards, I make it undo. So now just I'm deleting everything here. So I need this image. I'm going to export as SVG. Okay, as an SVG format. So make this export. So here I'm put this one is BG. Section name of newsletter. I want to create the folder of newsletter. Inside the newsletter, I want to put this bg.svg. Okay, so good. So I'll close. Okay. So what I'm now going to do, also make this a into inside that div itself. Okay. So inside div itself, I'm going to keep another class here. So this class name takes a newsletter wrapper. I'm going to call this newsletter wrapper to style.css inside here. Newsletter start and so I need a background of background to set the image to background, because basically this image is a background image, right? So if we notice that this is not a kind of element image, so we want to add this image kind of color. How that we going to we add a color to background sections, no? So for example, we use a background color or background to have some colors in the background of that section. So the same thing is going to apply here, same concept. But if you notice that one thing, this is not fully available for the section, so it is only available for the inside container only. Okay, so that I'm keeping one div inside. This div takes content, and the inside this div is sitting inside the container. I want to make this newsletter wrapper background URL. Okay, this is how we want to add a background image. So the string code dot slash two-step going back, then image, the newsletter, and bg.svg. So you want to give no repeat. Okay, so I'll take this out for now. So if you see, this image is repeating here, right? So we don't need that image repeat. So to off that, we want to add a no repeat here. Okay, so now we couldn't see that repeat here. And also I want to make this image center. So now this is a center, so you see it's aligning in a center. Okay, so then second one is background position, background size should be cover. Okay, so it should cover total space. So now it's got cover. I want to make this padding to the top and bottom. So the padding of top is kind of 50 pixel top and bottom. So here the left and right is 0 pixel. So I just make it 80. So 80 percentage of the padding top and bottom, left and right is not, we don't have anything. Why this A is not working here? So we have a container. So deflex, I think the button btn class is missing here. A tag, okay. Okay, so we want to create that button, right? So if you see here, this is the button I want to call here. Okay, I'm just going to back my banner. So this is this button I need. So here I just take rid of this button. I don't need this button. So instead of that button, I'm using my banner button, btn solid. Okay, so coming back to the normal state, so now we have the button here, but basically they have a some rounded button here, the corner, circle corner, but this is not a consistency. But because they here, okay, they're using this button for every place. So we'll make the change here. So my btn, my btn, so this one border radius is 50 percentage. To make a circle corner, we want to give it as a 50 percentage. So not 50, it's not working. So because the width and height is not the width and height is not same, so that's what it's showing like this way. So we'll make kind of 15 here, 15 pixel. So not good. 25. Okay, so this is the button. Okay, so we'll check and I'll make it at 30. So this 30. Okay, so that's good. And also every button got changed now. So you notice one thing, we are changing in one place, but every button is now applying the same style. Okay, this is how you want to code in a kind of, you want to scale the coding. Okay, because that's the way how that your code looks efficient. So keep this style of coding. Okay, then I want to give the border radius to that image. So border radius kind of 25. So now we have a border radius of each corner. Okay, so everything is fine now. So now coming back to the bottom, second step is we want to add the image. So can you please anyone explain how that we gonna add this image? Can anyone have any
Using
ideas?
position.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, so I'm just going to make this newsletter wrapper to position relative. Okay, so position relative, and I want this image, the star image. It will change some color, it's not look good, so I'll keep it like this color, right? Not this color, so keep it like so we keep it like this color. So this one also, I make this color to different. Okay, so this color should be this. Okay, So I want to export this now. So I'm making it as an SVG. So this one is star1. I'm going to keep the name as star1. Move to the newsletter, and also this one is star2 SVG, because these are the vector image. You can name, we can export this as a SVG. Okay, star star2. So I'll keep it here. Okay, so now we have two images here. Inside here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give some div here, not div. So okay, we'll keep it inside the div. So this div takes a image, then newsletter and star1 and star2. To have some star1, then star2 as an alt tag. So I'm going to target newsletter wrapper image of first child and last child. Okay. So inside here, newsletter wrapper of image first child. I'll just add and show you the background color of red. Okay, now the first image only now appear in a red color. You see now the first image is only having a red color of background because we target the first child. So now what I want to do, I want to make this position absolute. So the top is 0 pixel and not the top, bottom, right? So this image should be in the bottom of that container. Then the left should be 0 pixel. So if I come back here, you see the image is now sitting here. Okay, inside the parent. I want to make some change, some alignment here. I want to move some image to the left side, the bottom. We'll keep it like kind of 20, and the left should be like this. Okay, like 50. So minus 20 and minus 50. The bottom is minus 20 pixel and the bottom is minus 50 pixel. Okay, so now it's fine. So and also I want to target this image to set the image here in the top of the right corner. So I'll copy and paste it one more here. This one should be a last child and absolute. So this one is top minus 20 and right should be minus 20. Okay, so now we got the image here. So if you see the design, this image is set backside of the this image. Okay, so to do that, what should we going to do? We're going to use a z index. Okay, z index. So I will explain you this property. Okay, so this should works only for the position absolute, relative, or fixed. Not it's not going to work for position static. If I change this to static, you see this is not working. Okay, so you want to make this position absolute or position static or relative, like that way only it's the z index property gonna work. So I will explain you what the z index property should do. So if you see here, z index property specify the
Sir,
stack. Yeah,
what do you mean by Z index, sir?
yeah, that's what I'm explaining now. Okay, the z index property specifies the stack order of an element. Okay, so what does it mean? So basically the z index value is 1. Okay, so the normal value is 1. So every element has a z index of value of 1. Okay, when which element is greater than the previous, which element is greater the stack. Okay, which element is a greater number of stack, it's gonna in a front. If it is minus or if it is lesser, it's going to be in a backside of that content. Okay, for example, this 2 I'll take this paragraph. Okay, so we have the h1 here. Now this h1 z index is 1. Okay, but you see this one is also 1, because if I change this to -1, this should go back of that h2. Okay, again I'm targeting the h2 here. Okay, so this h2 takes a position relative and the z index, I keep the z index to -2 here. Okay, if I pass the -2, the h1, not the h2. So this now this h1 want to go back of that image, right? So if I click this, you see, so actually we are swapping that. Okay, so what the number is greater, that should come front. What the number is lesser, that should go to the back of the element. Okay, so the same concept I'm doing. So basically our newsletter wrapper has z index 1. Okay, so I want to make it the z index -1 here. Just copy and paste it to this both one. So if I come back on my Biskin, you see the image got now sitting in the back side of that wrapper. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll change this some corrections. The bottom minus. I want to move this to like here. Okay. And also the left should be like this. Minus 20 pixel, minus 55 pixel. And this one is you want to align properly as per the design. So this should I want to move this image some right little bit. So this should kind of same 50, 30 on the top, 40 and the right should be kind of, okay. So 30, 42. So the right is 30 and 42. Okay, now we created this image. Okay, so at last we have the footer here, right? So to do that, what I'm going to do now, I'll just export. I think already we have the same logo, I think, right? But that is a white color, it's a black color, so I'm just going to export this one also. Basically the color is now different here, so I want this image, these icons also. So I'll get this icons. So what I do, okay, we'll keep it with the icons itself, no problem. Afterwards I will show you the font awesome CDN and how to use the font awesome in a JavaScript. Okay, so we're getting all the images. So you can also get export as a svg also. Okay, so you the wishes yours, because that's a vector image only, no problem about that. So inside this image I'm going to create a footer. So this is a logo. So where is that on footer? Yeah, here I move the image, and also I want to move this image also. So this one is, I think, Facebook, FB, and this one is Instagram, I think. I keep it as IG. This one is YouTube. Keep it as YouTube. Okay, so now we have all these three images. So I want to move to the footer. So okay, now we have the 4 images inside the footer. So now I want to create a footer. So I have a semantic for that footer. So semantic tag. I'm not going to add any classes. I'm just going to target as direct footer, because we're going to have only one footer in the web page. So it's going to be same for every page. So I'm just not going to add any class to it. So dot container, inside the container, what are the things we need? So the logo and the solution and this one. Okay, so here I'm just going to create a container. This container takes what are the things? So I'll
Row.
just make it a div here. Yeah. Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir. We'll use
Yeah.
directly row, right?
What, brother?
We will directly use row. We don't need any other
Yeah,
container.
yeah. I'm just going to use a bootstrap only. Okay. So here I'm just going to create a column, call MD 4. Okay, I need a 3 box here. So first box is going to take an image of dot slash CSS footer. This takes a logo. Then this one, it's going to take a UL. Okay, this UL, we we keep it as a tag here, no problem. So what here I'm going to do, just going to give a div here inside the div a tag. So this a tag's going to take a solution, SOLUTION solution, and this one is plan, and this one is resource. resources. So this one is blog. Okay, so here the same thing inside the div. I'm just going to give a of href. Here I want to call the image dot slash images footer, and what's that first image, FB, Insta, IG, here YouTube. So Facebook, IG, YouTube, YouTube. Okay. So if I come back to here, we can see the footer here. Okay. Afterwards, I will take out all these things. In the bottom, we have the margin of 500 pixels. We'll take care of later. So now we have a logo and the solution plans resources, and also the logo here, every logo of the social media. So then here I'm going to create a class of dflex. This is a bootstrap class, display flex. So I need a gap of 4. I will explain in the documentation now, don't worry. So now you see, now we got a gap here also, and also the same thing I want to do it here. So I'll just copy this and paste it in a class. I'm going to make this okay. So if I come back, so this should in a center. Also this should in a center. Okay, I want to make this to center. So I make this justify content, oh, justify content center. So now this one is center of that div. Okay, so good. I'll make this a gap of 5 here. So now we have a gap, and also the same thing I want to do this for this also. I'll just copy this and paste to this one. Cool. So here I'm just going to add a http dot slash facebook.com. So I'll keep this, keep this. This one is Instagram. This one is YouTube. Okay. So now good. So this is how should we gonna create. Okay, everything is fine now. So the last step is what should we want to do. I want to click. I'm just going to create some new pages here. Okay, so this one is for solution solution.html, and so I'll keep it as simple. Okay, only I'm just going to show you the one page example. You just to create this another page and all. Okay, for this I'm just going to add a solution.html. So I'll take this one, and also I'll add in the top of the header also. When I navigate to header, I want to do the same thing. So this one should be the solution. Okay, here I will do. So inside solution, we have lots of other page. This one should be solution.html, and also I'll give it I will just wrap inside with a tag. Okay, just give us a index.html. When I click the logo, I should want to take this to the index.html, and here also I make the change of logo, and I'll wrap inside the a tag. So this a tag takes a index.html. I'll keep this logo inside that. So not gonna change it, but here we want to change the a tag color. Okay, so here if you see, this is not gonna do anything because we okay, basically we put it as image or what. Here we are using the
We use
h5.
text.
Yeah, so okay, no problem. I want to make changes here in a css. So h1, the logo color, where is the logo? Here the logo color is actually blue. I want to target the logo a color. Okay, so now it should become a white color. So everything is fine now. Okay, if I click this, you see this page is reloading. If I click the solution, it takes me to the solution page. I'm going to add some stuffs inside the solution also. So here I'll just put it solutions. Okay, I'll copy this header section. The copy, basically I want to, okay, here I'll just copy the whole thing. Okay, inside I put this one. So now we have the same thing in a footer solution also, the banner. I want to include the style also here. That's why the style is not working. So dot slash css style dot css. So now it's working, right? So the second step is what should we want to do? I'll take this out. Okay, instead of adding this content, I'm going to add a different content now. I'm going to the Bootstrap apply web page, Bootstrap 5. So examples, I can pick some content from here. Okay, the Bootstrap content. So basically what I'm going to get, so I take not this one. I'll take this content. Okay, so where is the, so I'll take this content. Okay, so this one is having a whole thing. So okay, I will take this one. So view source page. I need this one. Okay, so this div. This is, so I'm actually I'm getting the source code of the this design. Okay, so to do that, you want to click the view source page. So it should give back all the HTML file what they included. Okay, they are using a Bootstrap. We don't need any style or CSS kind of thing. So if I paste it here, it should up available for me. So if I come back, you see we have this. I don't need the image and all, and also the button we have. I want to include the Bootstrap here, so that's the problem. I'll get this CSS link itself, it's enough. So in the solution.html, I want to put that Bootstrap link here. So now we got it. Okay, so I'll keep it with one button. Don't need a two button, so I'll keep it as one button. This is our solution. So this one is solution. Keep some little changes. Okay, it's got updated, right? Why this not centered hero? Okay, I want to give it here. So visible, we don't need this. So now the solution, some paragraph. Okay, so now also I'm going to add a footer here. So I'll copy this footer, paste it back inside this after this section done. Okay, so now we have a footer. Everything is so fine. I want to add some padding to the footer. So here in the bottom, I'm targeting footer start. And I'm going to target a direct footer tag here. I'm not having any class to that footer. So the padding top and bottom is 20 pixel and the left and right is 0 pixel. Background color should keep it, we'll keep it in a white. Okay, so no worries. So here we have this everything. So when I click this one, it should take us to the facebook.com. Okay, so I want to open this in a new tab. So to do that, what should I want to do? Because this is not this page this page, right? This is not included with this page. This is another website. So I want to give a target blank. Okay, this is the thing what you want to do. Because if it is not a part of this website page, you want to add this target at blank, because basically that is not your product web page, right? So we should take this in a new tab. So this one is an index, so I'll copy this and I'll paste it in also in the solution.html. Okay, so here. So if I come back here, if I click this, you see the Facebook is opening in a new tab. Okay, to do that, so you want to add a target dot blank. Okay, that's everything is fine. Now we'll check the response for this. So this one I'm getting to the index.html. So I'll keep it smaller. So once we done the JavaScript, we come back again to the web page and we add some navigation. When I click the button, so some animation things will happen. After once we learn the JavaScript, we'll come back to the same web page and we'll add. Okay. So now you see this is not a proper alignment, right? So I want to make this changes to happen. So when I get less than 576, it's now here. I want to keep this as it in the center. Why it's going here, this one. So we'll change this to text center. Okay, everything is fine only. Text MD center. So we'll keep that. Which one is search through? So this one. So we are adding solution. Not this one, no. So we want to go one step further. Okay, here I'll keep this. I'll take this out. Okay. So if I save this, MD center greater than, okay. So it's gonna work. Oh, it's not working. Text SM center. We want to give text SM center. So MD center. It's now in a center. Okay, I will give a XS. Okay, XS center. So if I, why this is not working? I think there is no class for this XS. That's why it's not working. So I keep it as an MD center, and I target the social media direct div of second child. Okay, when I'm getting less than 576 pixel, not 768 pixel. Okay, not 576. So here I'm targeting the direct div of last child div. That's the row. So text align center. Okay, so okay, now it should works properly. So if I go back here, okay, everything is fine now. Okay, good. So here you see there is a space here, the white space. Why? Because of this image. Okay, this image is now not this image is going outside of the container. So that's what the problem. What I'm going to do now, when I, instead of what I do, wait 1 minute. So this problem we always face when you do the absolute kind of thing. So here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make this section to overflow hidden. Okay, so what the overflow hidden do, overflow hidden. So I'll show you this. So the overflow property specifies what should happen if the content overflow of an element box. Okay, if the element overflow from the actual container, we should want to cut that out. Okay, so for example, I will show you here. These are the properties what we have in the overflow. So the first one is scroll. Okay, overflow scroll. So we can scroll the thing. Okay, so for the particular width and height, you can able to create your scroll navigation for the particular width what you are giving. So this one is a hidden. Okay, overflow hidden. So this text is going outside of this. Okay, so if I take this out, I'll run this. Okay, you see here the text is going outside of that actual content, right? The actual width and height. So I want to add that back to overflow hidden. So that this is the syntax what I'm going to use now. So now it's cut off that with it's not gonna leave to overflow. Okay, so we are hidden the overflow. So auto is basically the same thing. So it should return like this way with the scroll bar. I don't know what the clip is doing. So I think the same thing what the overflow hidden is doing, I think. So visible is, you see the overflow visible is, if you give or if you're not giving, no problem, it's gonna work as same way. You see the default value is overflow visible. Okay, so the same property I'm going to do. So instead of having in a style.css, what I'm going to do now, I'll just go and search the overflow and class in Bootstrap. Okay, so overflow. So this class, they have overflow hidden. I can add the class to the section. So where is that section? This section I'm going to have a overflow hidden. So if it is flow over that container, so it's gonna cut that out image. Okay, so you see now this is working properly. We don't see the space here, so it should works good. Okay, That's everything is fine. So I want to change the color, and also want to give some padding here, margin to the bottom. So this is what our site creation. So everything's look fine. Okay. The footer. Okay, you see the footer is now not aligned properly. I want to make some changes for this footer also. So I'm going to give a, what is that, justify content only for, wait, we'll check this class once more. In the bootstrap, where is the bootstrap? In the bootstrap, I want to give a display deflex. So in the display flex, they have all classes here. So SM, I need the justify content only in a MD greater than 766 pixel. I'm going to add this MD here. Okay. So justify content, where is that? Justify content MD. Okay. So here to give a MD, it's going to work only greater than 768 pixel. Okay. So if I come back here, so now if I get less than 766 pixels, so it should works properly. Okay, everything is fine now. Okay, cool. So when less than 76 pixel, I want to add some margin here also. To do the margin, I'm going to add some class for this A tag, margin bottom 4, this one margin bottom 4, and also this one margin bottom 4. Cool. So now we have margin. So this one is not, you see, you notice one thing, this margin is not working. Why? Because I told you, if it is an inline, the margin won't work, right? I want to change this to display inline. So I'm just going to add a D inline, display inline block. I think there's a class kind of inline block. Okay, it's a bootstrap class. So now we have a margin. Okay, so everything works fine. That's cool. So here you see this is not aligned properly because we're using the gap here. So these are the problem we'll always have when we, so what I do, instead of doing like this way, I'll just make this out. Okay, I don't need like this kind of thing. So I'll make it as a row. So inside row call 4. Okay, for every device. So this A inside, I'm going to have this A. Do this one more 2 times. This one for plan, this one for resource, this one for solution. So we keep it like this way. Why should we want to create our own thing? So now it's automatically wrap inside if there is no space. Okay. Okay, I want to make it as a 3 because we need a 4, right? So we'll keep it as 4, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so now it should looks like this. Okay, fine. Cool. So I'll just add the text center
How
for
to corner, sir? Like a Facebook, Instagram, and all little before they'll
this one.
stop at the end. Yeah,
So this should go to the end, right?
yeah.
So we'll do that now. So the same thing I'm going to do that for this also. So I'll take this one. Okay, so here also I'm going to use a row. So dot row takes a dot call of 4. This one for Facebook, and this one is for call 4. Here I'll put that one. So the second step is div the class of call 4. So I paste it here, this one. Okay, so now if you see, now this is, we are having a 4. Okay, so I want to make this this everything to be text align center, text center. Okay, so now we got a proper alignment, and also I want to push this to the right side, right, the last one only. So I'll make this as a end. Okay, so I'll keep it in. So this one is center. So this one is end. So this one, okay, that's okay. This alignment is not good, right? So they're using a very small spaces only. Okay, to do that, what should I'm going to do? I'll make it as a 2 2 here. Okay, 2. This one is 2, and also this one is 2. I'll keep it as a textile and center here. So only 6 column. So okay, what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to add a justify content end here. Okay, so this should now going to sit in a end. Okay, you understand, right? How that we did that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I scroll down here, so here if you see this, this is going to work only for the MD screen. Okay, I'm just going to add a MD here, keep it MD. So here it's not gonna work like this way. So I want to make this also text align center should works only in a MD. So I'll add the MD here. Okay, text align center only for MD. Greater than 766 pixel. So this should MD. So now here we won't see. So if I come back here, it should work properly. Okay, so everything's fine. We here I want here also the same thing. So I want to add the MD to each and every text align center. So Bootstrap is very cool. You see how it is helpful. Okay, so now we have proper alignment. Okay, so cool. And also I want to add a margin top for MD, not margin top of kind of will do margin bottom 4 for this. So now we have a margin equal margin and also the proper alignment. Okay, so cool, everything is fine. So we done this web page. Okay, so I'll take this out. So we created this with responsive. So just practice this. So now what I'm just going to do, I'm going to make it a live in Netlify. Okay, so to do that, and also I want to change this color also. To color is basically this gray color, right? So I'll copy the color code from here. Inside the style.css, I want to target the footer A, right? FOOTER footer A. Color should be that 333. So if I come back here, you see now we got it. So fine. Okay, so when I click the solution, it takes me to the solution page. If I click the home, it's get me back to the home. Okay, everything is fine. So once we done the JavaScript, we come and create I will show you that how to create a responsive navigation and all. Okay, without knowing JavaScript, it is very hard to understand. So that's what I'm not showing anything now. So for the basic understanding of how this is how the HTML CSS is working. So once I make it live, I will give you some another template. You too, you want to do that. Okay, I'm not gonna help you. I will help you with the doubts about how to create the things. What are the doubts you are having when you're creating the web page? But I'm not going to show any coding related examples. Okay, I will explain you with the doubts in just the session. I'm not going to show the practical way. Okay, so now I'm going to push this in GitHub. Okay, I'm going to use my GitHub. So once you done this web page, you also go and create your GitHub account. Okay, so log into sign in your GitHub account and go to this repository, click the settings button on your repository. Here only you're going to create all the repositories. Okay, so repository is basically a GitHub folder. That's it. It's going to contain all the code. So basically the GitHub is going to contain all your codes. Okay, for example, we are now having our code in a local machine, so we're going to move the code into the online platform called GitHub. Okay, so this code is going to available here. Whenever you need, you can pull from GitHub or you can modify from your VS code. You can do a lot of things. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you how to push the code in GitHub and also how to make it a live website. Okay, afterwards when we get into JavaScript, I will show you how to the pull request, merge request, and existing code and all. Okay, work with existing code. So now I'm just going to keep the name of what this this is this nick. So I'll keep as name as repository name. So this is a HTML and CSS web page. I will keep some description. I will keep it as a public. Okay, no worries about that. So here I'll make it a create repository. So this repository itself, they itself guide you, okay, to how to do the all the things. So for you see, to create a new repository on the command line, you want to do that. So the first command I did, I manually created my repository. I don't want to add this command here. The second step is I need a git. Okay, so just make sure to go to this git bash, I think. Yes. So go here and download this one. Okay, git bash git. I will send you this code here in your chat application. No, I'll put it in your WhatsApp. So here you see we have a git deps download for your, if you're using Mac or Windows Linux, download which OS you're using. So I'm using Windows. I already download this. So it asks you some things. So just keep give next like that way. Okay. So at last it show you the install. So command, first thing I want to add git init because I want to initialize the git in my project. So in the new terminal, open this new terminal in this VS Code. Wait, it takes some time for me to open the terminal. I don't know why it's happening. My laptop gets slower nowadays. So now so how do you feel that with this HTML CSS code, you will understand how that I thought?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Just
So
getting a little bit errors, so that
no problem. So in the starting itself, it's kind of things will happen. Afterwards, once you do that thing again, you will have some good knowledge. Okay. So here,
okay, sir.
first thing is git init. I want to initialize my git. So that is the meaning of git init. So git init, I'll put this. So initializing empty git repository, it's showing some command for me. You see now the folder colors are changed to green color. Why? Because it's now the git now available for this project. Okay. The second step is I want to add a git add readme file. I'm not going to add any readme file. So what I'm going to do, git add and one dot here. Okay. So I'll give the enter. So it's add all the files for me. Then so I don't know what this mean and all. So every time it show like this way, I don't know what it's doing actually. So the third step is I want to commit. So what the commit means, you want to give some message what you are doing, what we are doing here. Okay. So every time if you push a new code to the existing project, you should want to mention something. Okay. So what you did in existing code, if you change some component styling, so you should want to mention so that another developer will know that. So okay, he does did like this things in the coding. Okay. So git is basically we can collaborate and work with each other with the developer. If you are working in one big project, so that project is it's a big, and they have kind of 10 or 12 developers with that project. We can collaborate with each other. We can push and pull in a one code base. Okay, that's what the git is helpful. So the git commit, okay, COMIT commit and -m. Then I want to add some message. So this web page done. Okay, we'll add like this way. You can give whatever the name you want, but for to make sense, I'm using like this web page done. So after that, you see it's created. Okay, it's created everything. What 28 file change, and I created the style.css images, all the things it's created. Okay, even though the solution HTML, all things it created. So the second step is we want to create a branch here. Go ahead with the main. Afterwards, I will show you the master and all. Okay, so I'm going to create a git branch. What is it?
Sir,
Hyphen, yeah.
Git is one type of database, sir.
Git is
So
not
for
kind of database. So Git is some software application. Okay, we're going
okay, sir.
to have all the code in an online base. So now we are having in
Okay,
our mission. No, we are moving this code to the online, because when we going to push it to the live web, when we making the web page to live, so we want to add our GitHub to that Netlify. Okay, I will show you now. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So here git branch / main, I'm creating some new branch here. Basically, when the starting the branch, there is no branch. So branch is kind of tree. Okay,
Sir,
imagine like,
not able to see the line you are writing.
okay. So now it's okay, right?
Yes, sir.
So git branch and -m and main. Okay, I will give the, I will create the enter. So you want to add this your HTTP code. Okay, it will show for you. Else you see you can do this with HTTP or SSH. Okay, I always go with this HTTP itself. The both ways the same way, but instead of adding HTTP here, you will add the SSH. Okay, so don't worry about that. So here I want to copy this git remote add origin to this URL. I'll paste this here. So this is basically the http github.com and your github username and what the project name you created in your repository name. Okay, so that's what it. So and here I want to create a git push. So here I want to push what the origin you created. I created the origin branch of main. So in that origin I want to push my code. Okay, I'll just copy this and I paste it here. Okay, so if I paste it here, so now it takes some, well, 2 or 3 minutes, not 2 or 3 minutes, kind of 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so here we added this. Okay, so you see it's now done. Okay, everything is done now, 100% completed. So now if I get back to my code, I'll just go to my home page and I'll come back to my repositories. So now you see this is what we pushed the code. Okay, this to this folder name. So you see now our code got available here. Okay, so every time if you change something, you can push the again the code. I will explain you again. Okay, once we get into the JavaScript. Okay, so now we have the code here. So I'm just opening the Netlify. So here, this is the web page. This is basically kind of the fastest way to combine your favorite tools and API to build faster sites, stores, and app for the web. So here we can put our we can make the live. Okay, so now we are code is in not in the internet, right? So we are having in our machine and also in the GitHub. So basically I'm going to log in using my GitHub account. So once you create your GitHub account, so it will ask you to connect with GitHub or some other options, git bucket kind of things. Okay, so go ahead with GitHub, GitHub. I'm going to add a new site, import a existing project. So I'll click this one. See, these are the objects they will ask you. I'm using GitHub, so I will go with this. So if you're using, you also do this one. Okay, no worries about that. So you go with GitHub. So I'm click this GitHub. So the same process for everyone. So GitLab or Git big buckets, not, that's not a problem. So I'm using a GitHub. So I want to make the live with this Bisnick. Okay, I'll click this. So it should take me to this page. So here you see deploy site. Okay, I want to click this button. So the branch is main. We are having only one branch. Basically we create that branch, right? You understand this, right? So we created this branch. So this is the branch we are now having all the code. So I deployed my site. Take some time. So it takes in deploying. So site develop is progress. So if I click this, I will show this in the production mode. So now you see the everything is loading here. Okay, the site is live. Okay, now the site is live. So this is open production deploy. So if I click this, so this is what they generate, that link for your web page. Okay, I will now you now this website in internet. Okay, so I will share the in your chat. You just go and open this link and watch the web page. So now this is not in a local machine. Now this is in a live server, live. We made this website live. Okay, it's now available in internet. You can share the link to anyone to watch. So if you want to make this your custom domain, okay, getting back here, you see you can set up a custom domain. If you want to make this to your custom domain, you can go and purchase the domain from GoDaddy or some other services what company is doing. Go and buy some domain and you can map it here. Okay, so you just buy the domain from them and you're going to get the domain and you're going to paste it, and if the verify is done, you're going to have your website in your own domain. Okay, now we are not using any our domain. They are actually creating the free domain for us. So this is how the link should be. You see there is a big link. This is not good, but it's okay. They are providing some service for us to learn some new things, right? So that is very useful for us. So now we created this in live. So you also make this all the changes once it's done and go on try the GitHub account and push the code into your live. And now what I do, getting back to my CS. So you use a bootstrap, okay, to create the web page. So I'm just going to give some web page to you to create. Which one you going to create? We'll check this one. Wait. So take 1 week time, no problem about that. So just create this web page. I think this one, okay. This is cover the design. Click this design. So we have a web page here, okay. Just create this. There is a hover animation, little transaction also here. So check what font they are using. Okay, I don't need this and all. Okay, I'll just get rid of it. I don't want that. Instead of what I do, I'll just keep some button here. Okay, you create the button, and for now just I'm adding some button. Afterwards you create. So this is the color. So this takes some border radius of 15. This is a button. You put whatever the content inside the button. Okay, that's not a problem. So we have a image and another section, and also here this is a slider. We don't need a slider. Once we complete the JavaScript, we'll come back here and we'll do all the things. So we are here. I need some 3 column div here, and also the same way here. Here also we don't need the slider. So slider are not a big deal. Okay, there is a lot of library out there, so you can use whatever the library you want. I will show you that later, okay, once we done everything. So here the tricky part, kind of some things are happening here. So you should want to think about how to create these things and how to play with this, okay. Just think and make this, okay. So how to just going to create, just think this, okay. So it is very easy, but you should want to think this layout and also the footer. So I will send this file to you, this one. So the file and save local copy. So I will send this Figma share, okay.
Sir, also sir, the links of the website.
Link of that, no, this one.
Yes, sir.
So I'll put it here. So then I want to share the code also, right? So you, okay, I will share the code. I will afterwards I will teach how to pull from the GitHub and all, okay. So first you go and do this. So I'm not going to stuff all the things now itself. So later I will teach how to do this.
Sir, do we have to create every time header and footer for every pages, or we can have
Yeah,
one
that's
header
the
and
problem
footer
in
and we can
HTML,
integrate?
CSS. Okay, if you're using React, you will going to create as a component, so as a function. So we can call the function everywhere where we want. But in the HTML, CSS, this is the problem. We should want to call this header wherever we need in our application, in our web page. Okay. So that's the
Okay.
problem. Wherever you want in your file, in the new file, so you should want to call the code, actual code. Okay. So if you're using PHP or kind of Python or kind of thing, so you can keep this as in some different file as a module. You can import the module wherever you want in your application. So that is kind of different things. So we will see that in a React kind in a React. Okay. So in HTML,
It
CSS,
is
you
not
want,
also possible in JavaScript directly.
no, in JavaScript we couldn't able to do that. So that's not actually we can, but that is not a good way. Okay. That's why
Okay,
that
sir.
React is there is that's why we going to use a React and all. So we
Okay,
should
sir.
want to write a lots of code, kind of lots of code. That is not possible. So it is very hard to do that. Okay. So that's why there is a framework called React and all. Okay. So I will keep this as a, export this. So okay, now we go and download this traveling landing page and try to make it by yourself. If you have any doubt, ask me. If you have any doubt, so you go and research in a Google. So there is a lot of resources out there, like kind of HTT. What is that? W3 school, right? So there is
Yes,
a
sir.
W3 school, and there is a lot of resources out there, good resources. So go there. Do with
Sir,
Bootstrap. Okay, do with Bootstrap this. Yeah.
sir, I want the YouTube recording, sir, through YouTube.
YouTube recording. They are
Yes, sir.
daily. They are sending the recording section. No.
Sir, for Tamil they are sending, sir, not for English.
Okay.
They're sending
I
directly
have,
the Zoom link.
sir,
Okay.
I have colleges, so I couldn't able to practice, so I am getting doubt in between.
So okay, I will
So
ask them. Okay, no
maybe
problem.
useful,
I'll ask
sir.
them. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So go and practice this today. We made it live, the session, the web page what we created. So practice a lot. Okay. So once you done practice, so you will able to create your own. So I want to change this also, this white color. Okay. So okay, I will keep it like this. So afterwards we do this when we coming back to this navigation functionality. Okay. On that time we'll change some little changes and all this white color change, text changes and all. So now go and practice this, so you can able to understand what we did. Okay, so tomorrow onwards we're going to start a JavaScript. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we close? I have only 10 minutes to start the Tamil section, so we'll
Yeah, sure.
start. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
is it okay, right? So you understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you guys, take care, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay.